Welcome back to What's Up, Cuz. How do your boys feel about their sister having a boyfriend?
But I would be doing the same thing.
You don't get along with me, there's a problem.
Your family's opinion matters. Buddy had unexpected foot surgery.
If you like the guy, go talk to him.
That's probably the advice I would have gave too, I have to say. No, not at all. I raised her well,
Yeah.
Erica.
You made a good call.
That's how I would approach it.
She gets the days, I get the night.
Before she goes, I want to answer this first.
Hey everybody, welcome back to What's Up, Cuz. I am your co-host, Erica Spera.
And I'm Lisa Velastro.
And we have a special guest for you guys this week. For the first time on the pod, everybody please get very excited for Mauro Castano.
Dun, 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 dun. Yay!
I'm excited.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
No problemo.
Thank you, Mauro.
Cousins, man. Cousins and sisters.
Cousins and cousins.
Sisters.
Sisters.
Sisters. So how have you been? Anything new with you?
You know what? Everything's good. I like that. I like when everything stays the same, you know? For me, that's good.
Yeah?
People say, hey, how you doing at work? You know, no change. I'm like, that's good. No change. I'm working. I'm living. My family's good.
No change is good change, I
No
guess.
change is good change.
No change
But
is
everything's
good
good.
change.
Everything's great.
Feeling good?
Nice.
Yep.
That's good to hear. I know. You have almost all kids out of the house, right?
Almost. Partially. Dominique is partially still home on the weekends. Buddy's there. Then he's not there. Mary's mostly with Paulie and Rand, so it's all good. Another year or two, and then hopefully they'll be set up.
We're waiting for Paulie to pop the question.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for, Paulie?
I don't know. I think Paulie's trying to stretch it as much as possible.
Ah.
You know? Because I told him it's a one-way street. Once you get engaged and married, they're gone. That's it. They're all
That's it?
yours. That's what my father-in-law told me. She's all yours.
That's the final cutting of the string.
That's it. That's it.
Well, at the time, you weren't working at the bakery, though, right? When you met Madeline?
When I met, no, I wasn't. I worked at the bakery as a contractor. That's how I met Madeline in 1988.
Oh, okay.
We built the bakery that's on Washington Street right now.
Right.
That's how I met my father-in-law. And then a year later, he called me and he said, "Oh, I got an extra job for you to do. You want to come?" We had done work for him before. You want to come look at it? I went there and he says, "Oh, you know, I got some work, but it's going to be in a little while. I want to introduce you to somebody." And then she wasn't there that weekend.
But did
just
you
by
know the
accident.
somebody was Madeline?
No.
So you had no idea?
No, he never told me who it was. Then he told me, I got my daughter Madeline, go to 412 Adams. You know, there's some work over there I want you to do. And then you could meet her. And then the following Saturday I went. And then the following Saturday we went out. That was September. We went out the first time, September 16th, 1989.
Wow, you remember that date.
I remember that. You know, I remember it because it was San Gennaro. That's why. I remember that day.
Oh, you
It
took
just
those
passed.
days?
Right?
Yeah,
4 or 5
it
days
did.
ago. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how many official years have you been together with Madeline? Not married, just everything all together.
89, just think about it. 89, 22, 33 years.
Wow.
Wow.
33 years together.
I was only 9 years old.
Yeah. Well, you were young when we met you. How old were you when we met you?
I was 19.
19 years old.
I
Wow.
was 19 years old. And the first party that I went to in the family was Dominique's second birthday.
Dominique's
Oh,
second
yeah.
birthday.
And you know what I got her as a little gift?
What?
You know the little character Madeline? That
Oh,
show
yeah.
Madeline? A
Oh,
little
I remember
that
picture
show.
frame, Madeline picture frame.
See, she remembers
See,
that.
I remember
See?
that.
Okay. All right. Short
I
up
remember
good.
the first birthdays. I don't remember the second birthdays.
I
There's
did.
so many.
So you basically were set up by Buddy
Yeah, by Big Buddy.
Senior.
Yeah.
Big Buddy. Set you
Yeah.
up. You did
By
some
Big
work for him. He was like, I like this guy.
I guess, yeah. We did a few houses for him, but he was just, my former buddy was just, if you didn't get along with him, you had to be a real a-hole. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
what I heard too. Everyone, if you
it-
didn't love him, then there was something wrong with
and
you.
even if you were one, he still liked you. So it was like hard for him not to like you. It really wasn't. I never
Yeah.
met a guy that's why we called him Buddy. That's why everybody called him Buddy. So everybody just got along with him. It was everybody's buddy.
Mm.
You know?
I remember going to the bakery very young because he died. I was very, very young, but I remember being there and him putting whipped cream in my mouth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I remember, because I didn't like whipped cream, and he was like, "Oh, it'll be so fun." And I remember just sitting there being like, and my mom comes up, she's like, "You could spit it out. It's okay."
Yeah.
That and what are the 7-layer cookies called?
7 layers.
Seven layers.
Okay, all right.
You
Yeah.
did it
Well, I
right.
feel like there's an Italian name for it. I never remember. Those were my favorite, and he brought out the whole tray in front of me, and he was like, "Take as many as you want." And I like looked at him, and I took 2 hands and and I remember my mom yelling at me. She's like, "Erica, you can't take that much." And
Yeah, he was
like,
one of
"It's
those
okay."
guys. He was one of those guys who kept shoveling food in front of you, and then he would
Yeah.
tell you, "Oh, you're gaining weight." I was like, "Well, we would go Monday night was steak night, right? So he had an indoor barbecue, so you would go there, steak, winter or summer. He had barbecue. You remember on
Yeah,
Marianne Drive?
Mariani.
Yeah. So like when you went there, he would have like, you know, especially me, I was a big boy doing. Then now it's a little flabby, but back then I was a little more, you know, stronger doing construction. And he would have like 2 steaks for me, but I'm talking about steaks, you know.
Yeah.
You know. And I was like, Pop, I ate 1. I can't eat 2. No, I just eat it. Then at the you know, if he saw you doing the other way, you got to watch. You're gaining weight. All right. Gee, thank you.
It's so funny because even though I knew Buddy's dad before Buddy and I got together, I really never officially met as my husband's, you know, girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
But the stories that everyone tells, I feels like I did meet him. Feels like I was around when he was around. It's crazy.
I know. It is crazy.
You did meet him.
I did meet him, but I have a very vague memory of him. But it's like I think I was 2 when he died. I was maybe 4. I was very young in the bakery, but I vividly remember.
I thought you were older than that.
Nah, because when Nona Grace died, I was only like 8. That I remember. That was like the first wake I went to, where like someone was in the casket and I was in the line.
Who had surgery as a baby?
Who?
Who had surgery as a baby?
I did.
She did.
That's
Oh,
me.
that was you that had the surgery?
The heart surgery was me.
That was you?
Yeah.
And Buddy drove.
And I remember my father-in-law, I just gotten his brand new Mercedes, and he told, I remember him telling Mama, this week we got to go there because the baby just had surgery and we have to go up there. And he had just gotten the convertible Mercedes and he went up there. I remember that.
Well, I remember it was a big deal that, he drove my grandmother up. And they took my brother back down because I was like in the hospital and stuff for weeks. But I remember my dad looks back at that and he's always like, that man ran a business and dropped everything.
He dropped everything. I remember that.
Just to drive.
Just to drive up there. I remember him saying that. He was talking, I don't know if he was talking to, he might have been talking to Cosmo, to Uncle Cosmo.
Probably.
You would think he was talking, he says, we're going to go up there. And he goes, we're going up there now. And I remember we went up there. That was you that's right. I forgot it was you that had the surgery.
Yeah, that was Erica.
And everything is good, right, with that?
Yeah, no problems ever since. I still do.
That's great.
Checkups, Boston Children. Yeah, I'm always a part of weird studies that they try to see if heart surgery links to everything. Like
everything went good, thank God.
No,
thank God is right. Yeah, but see, I met Buddy Senior before. I met him as a child. We used to go in the bakery all the time.
Yeah, mother was a customer.
Yeah, we used to go next door to Bart's house.
Then the one that lived at Mariani.
So we always saw him outside, but again, never saw him as a couple.
Yeah.
So it was crazy.
So it's a big family, but it's small. Everybody knows each other. So
I'm sure he would have approved. You were the girl that was always down the street in the neighborhood.
I think so.
He would have liked the picture frame.
Yes, he would have liked that.
He would have been like, that's a good one right there.
That's a keeper.
Yeah.
Yep.
Any updates from you, Lisa, before we get to any questions?
Any updates with me? You guys are going to be mad at me.
Really? What'd you do?
I chickened out on my colonoscopy this week.
Really?
I did.
Straight up chickened out?
I straight up chickened out.
What made you back out?
You know, I need to be mentally prepared. Never had a colonoscopy before. I know I'm a little young, but unfortunately my aunt got diagnosed with colon cancer recently. And she's young. She's in her early 50s. And I was just like, let me make an appointment and go. And then, at one point I was excited because, all the prep you have to do. I heard people say, oh, you lose like 5 pounds.
Oh, because you got to drink all that stuff,
yeah,
right?
It's just like liquid, right?
Yeah.
Can you only have liquid?
And you feel nice and light after. But when it came to it, like the week of, couple days of, I'm like, I don't know if I'm mentally prepared for this.
Really?
It's not the intrusion I'm ready for.
So I did. I canceled it, but I am going to reschedule it for the new year.
Do it because,
have to.
God forbid, it's always something they can help you with.
My husband went away on an unexpected trip, so he wasn't here either. I'm like, I need support. So boo-hoo, I canceled my colonoscopy.
I mean, I've never had one, so I can't come at you. Have you had to have one?
I have the same thing. I'm older than her. I'm almost 50. I just turned 58. I'm going on 59, and I have to get them done because it was
right. Yeah.
But I will never forget the first time I went to. I get checked up. The guy goes, "You know what we do?" And he explains. I'm like, "What?
Watch what you tell me, or
Yeah,
I'm
the
not
guy
going to
goes, no,
reschedule.
I didn't know. Like he explains to you, and he goes, we could put you to sleep, or we could, no, doc, not vaguely. I want to be put asleep. I don't want to remember anything. I don't want to remember anything.
You know, and I'm disappointed with myself because I do so much preventative because, there's a lot of things that run in our family. As you know, Erica, we've talked about on the podcast between, breast exams, hysterectomies and all that. I take care of all that department.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to the colonoscopy, I chicken out. I just have to go.
Yeah, my mother died of ovarian cancer, and I tell my daughters all the time,
Yeah.
whatever you do once a year, go get it checked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, it's in the family. Don't, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Just let them go get whatever the hell it is that they do. Let them do it.
It's true. My grandmother died of ovarian cancer.
Oh, really? I didn't
So
know
yeah,
that.
she
So-
did. My dad's mom, and she was 43 when she was diagnosed. She was my age. So that's why for years I've been on top of that department of the body.
Yeah.
And apparently, did you know that ovaries and uterus and breast cells are kind of all related?
I would assume.
I
don't
didn't.
know.
I didn't know that.
I would assume they're
until-
all related to your hormones.
I don't think I
Wouldn't
have
put it
any
that
of
way.
Yeah, you don't have any of those, Mauro. So we'll skip the subject. But
Yeah.
yes, so it's all related. So kind of like is the same type of cancer, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
but you should go for it. If there's history in
Yeah.
your family, anything, man, there's nothing to be
Yeah.
embarrassed about. We're turning this into an announcement, like a public
Yes.
service now, but go get it done. Don't
Yeah.
be a chicken. Preventive medicine is the best medicine.
You're right. That's why I'm going for my colonoscopy in January. New year.
After the holidays,
New
get
Year.
everything
I'm
flushed
gonna
out.
start a new
Clean
year.
out. Yeah. I know. That's like the eating
Wow.
part is just hard.
That's it.
All liquids. All right. Well, speaking of colonoscopies, we do have some fan emails we'll get to for today. Guys, if you want to send us an email, it's whatsupcuzpod@gmail.com. That's whatsupcuzpod@gmail.com. Send us your questions. So this was a fun one. I figured might be nice to have with a man's opinion on the show.
Oh boy.
This email is called Found My Son's Porn.
Okay.
All right.
How you doing?
Okay, dear cuz, my teen boy has been watching porn. How have you handled things like this? My wife and I discovered recent pornography on my son, in parentheses, he's 13, on his phone. I realized that someone during puberty and in high school setting is curious and unfortunately subjected to that topic from time to time. Despite knowing it was inevitable, we are not sure how to handle it. Do we ask why or explain the negativity and psychological consequences of it? Do we react at all and possibly put a gap in our relationship? I'm kind of curious here what others have done if this has ever happened to you. Thank you for the advice.
All right. Mauro, you answer this one first. I know what I would say, but you want to go first on this one?
I mean, the man perspective, my son has with his cousins, because we're very close, they were always hanging out, whatever. And I remember he was a little bit older. Yeah, he had maybe 13. And, he starts, they don't ask you, but we know. Listen, as a man, I know that he's watching it. Anybody who says that they don't think their kid is watching it, or they think to themselves that they're not watching it, they're just lying to themselves. It's like looking in the mirror. What'd you do?
Yeah.
I did it. They did it. I tried not to get into the conversation about it, but basically I told him it's not something he should be doing on a cell phone or on a computer. He'll learn about it sooner or later. I said it's better later, but it's the wrong place to learn about the birds and the bees. That's what I told him.
I like that perspective of being like, it's not real.
It's a fantasy. It's not the place to learn about that.
Yeah, this is not really what happens.
You can't tell them not to watch it, because if you tell them not to watch it, I think it's going to make it worse. They're going to want to watch it.
Listen, I'm a realist. All through these years that I say it how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Sex, pornography, it's part of life. I have 3 boys and a daughter. If you think that your teenage son is not watching pornography, then you're living on a different planet.
That's it.
So for me, whether I know about it or not, in my mind, I know they're doing it.
Exactly.
It's normal. I hate to tell you, but it's normal. Whether you like what I'm saying or not,
And there's also different levels of
Well, yeah.
those different
pornography.
types.
You could be watching
Different levels.
You could be watching.
I mean-
You could be watching like a regular TV show, and you see basically everything that you see there.
Exactly.
They cut some parts out, I guess, but
especially this day and age.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that the TVs have gotten a little bit more open with a lot of different things. But like I said, I'm a realist. If I find out about it, how would I approach it? I wouldn't. It's normal. Let them do what they want to do.
we're old school people too. I'm old school. I think she's old school too.
I'm old school, but I'm realist.
But she's a real. Well, being old school, I think is realist. Like you said before, it's not a real world. So like I look at like she said, it's not like I think that he's not looking at it. I always knew he was going to look at it. She was going to look at it. The boys and girls.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm raising my kids completely opposite than how my parents raised me, because what they told you was taboo. Don't look this way. Don't do this. Don't do that. Is actually terrifying.
Yeah.
And porn, sex is not terrifying. It's the reality of life. And
it's part of life.
It's part of life. And I think the more open you are with your kids from a very young age, the more comfortable they're going to feel with you to talk about it. I'm extremely open with my kids. Maybe I know a little bit more than I would want to know. But whether I know about it or not, I know it's happening. And I want them to have a safe place to come to ask me things, whether it's embarrassing or not. Listen, I know they're not going to tell me 100% of things, nor do I want to know 100% of things, because certain things are private in life. But if there ever is a problem that they need help with, I want them to feel comfortable enough to come and talk to me about it. And I always tell them, whether I'm going to like what you're going to say or not, I will always be here to help you fix the problem.
Right.
And not that watching porn is a problem, but porn leads to other things and questions
you don't want
that they
them to
might
learn
have.
those. Also, you don't want them to learn those things from other people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't want them to learn
Exactly.
from other people, because then they're gonna get curious, and they're gonna want to maybe be adventurous and do the wrong thing.
Exactly.
So you might as well be. There's a level of where
Yeah.
I would like to go, me personally, but
Listen, there's been questions that I've had to take a gulp and a deep breath before answering.
Yeah.
But always remember this: the way you answer that question for the first time is the way your child is going to perceive you. So that first response is going to make you or break you with the relationship you're going to have with your kid.
In Italy, there's an old saying for fathers. Translation: the strictest fathers grow the best putanas. Because you're so strict. I'm not letting my daughter out. My daughter's not going out anywhere. As soon as she gets a little bit of a sniff out there, woo!
Listen, I
all
do
over the
believe
place.
that. I believe that.
too.
Because the stories that I've heard, the college stories that I have heard, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
College, oof.
Yeah.
That's, yeah. My hometown would be like, oh, those Catholic school girls are the ones that go
Yeah,
wild
exactly.
at college. And it's because they were the biggest told no, slap on the wrist with the ruler, like the real strict.
And then once you let them out of the cage, oof.
The more you say no to your child, the more they're going to want to do behind your back.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is. And again, I know I don't know everything my kids do, but at this point in my life with my kids, I think that we are somewhat open with each other. And again, I don't know 100%, but I know enough that
It's like a dog in a leash. You got to know when to pull him back and when to just let him go.
Yeah. No, he's right.
Yeah.
He's right. And even though Mauro's a little older than me, I think we kind of see the same page on the way, his kids are a little older than mine too. But I think we see it on the same page. We rather know stuff than not know and get lied to and,
Right.
something bad happen or stuff like that.
Like I'd rather I like when my kids are over with their friends, especially, well, now they're older. They pregame at the house. So they'll come and pregame, whatever. Then they'll go out at 11. I used to be terrified that, but you know what? I sleep very well because I'm sure she does too. I know that my kids, even though they're out till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I never got a phone call. I mean, Buddy's 23? He's the youngest.
Yeah.
I've never gotten a phone call in the middle of the night. Oh, you got to come and get me. I'm drunk. Oh, I'm in this. I got into a car. I mean, like God forbid. I don't wish that on anybody, but so far, Knock on wood again. I haven't got any phone calls that they've been like trouble or anything like that. I don't think any of us really did.
Yeah.
Everybody gets in a little bit, whatever. But
Yeah, but it's stupid crap.
nothing major.
No,
Yeah, it's all
nothing
stupid
major.
stuff. Something
Nothing that
probably
can
could
get
have avoided
fixed. Yeah,
instead of like being stupid.
Exactly. So for the mom or dad that sent the email about their son watching porn, go with
Let
it.
them watch it.
Go with it.
Well, if anything, I was like, be thankful that nowadays it's like on their own phone.
Yeah.
And not
Yeah.
on the family computer.
Yeah.
As I grew up with, when it was like there were no like antiviral software. So like computers would always get these viruses, and every household would be like, where are these viruses coming from?
Or you go in your Google search and you try to push something, and all of a sudden, like, wait a minute, I just Googled tires. Why did this? What the hell is this? And you push that, and you're like, what?
Yeah, like who searched this? It's just this on the
Who
computer.
searched this set of tires?
Yeah, but it's like it used to shut down the whole family computer.
Yeah.
So be thankful that that's not happening at least.
True that.
Exactly.
But I think that's all we have time for today.
Oh,
Very
thank
good.
you.
That was quick. That
I know.
was nice.
But I was like, thank you for coming on. This has been so
You'll
fun.
come on
guys.
again for us,
Yeah,
Mauro?
I will. Anytime you guys want me on.
Yeah.
Anytime.
We
I'm
just
available.
like to BS about reality.
Wow, that was quick. I like that.
That's not
That
bad,
was
right?
quick. No, we definitely got to do it again.
Yeah, you have to come
Yep.
do another one.
Maybe we'll do one together with Madeline.
Yes.
Ooh, that'll be
You'll
fun.
have two guests that
I
day.
know.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. We got another chair. We can make it work.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. If you want to email us a question, it's whatsupcuspod@gmail.com. That's whatsupcuspod@gmail.com. So thank you again, Mauro, for coming
Thank
on.
you.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
We'll see you guys
Anytime.
next week.
Till next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye.